We've been looking at a book, the book of Philippians, a little church that was put together up in Philippi. And you all remember that in that response to the vision where a man said, "Come over into Macedonia and help us." And Paul responded to that vision, and when he responded to the vision, it ended up that he was really stoned, and people were frankly trying to kill him. And I dropped this in your lap last time, that you can set out to do God's work, but don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. You can set out to do what's right, but it doesn't mean that wrong is going to leave you alone. Oh, somebody ought to go ahead and testify that you can mean all the good in the world, but there seem to be stumbling blocks in the way. Seem to be some things that's trying to hinder your progress. The old folks said it this way: one step forward and two steps back. Sometimes life just looks like it can be so rude and mean and inconsiderate and uncompassionate and without mercy, without care. Sometimes life can just snare at you. It almost makes you want to get up and run in the other direction. Coming from mother's womb, and you start looking for the grave. Well, I got a word of encouragement for you today. You don't have to run and commit suicide. You don't have to walk around singing the blues. You don't have to go through life like you've been eating lemon all day. You can put a smile on your face. You can hold your head up and put your shoulders back. And you can go on and trust God for who He is. That's just not a sales pitch. That's the gospel truth. And what I love about Philippians, and I think that's part of the reason the Lord is slowing me down, because it's good to say something good. And when you look at the book of Philippians from one chapter to another, it's some good news. And the chapter we're in now is a chapter that's telling you the real purpose behind your living. You are in this world, but you're in this world with a God-given purpose. Brother came in the other day and said to me he was so glad just to hear that God had given him a purpose in this world. Some of you all sitting in here today, you've been wondering, what in the world am I doing here? I'm here to tell you, you are here with a purpose. Now I'm going to invade your little private circle now. I got to tell you, your purpose is not the person that you say is the love of your life. And if I were to lose you, baby, I don't know just what I'd do, and all that kind of stuff. No, ain't nothing wrong with one spouse having love and appreciation for the other, but that's not your real purpose for being here. I know you're glad to have little Junebug and Sweet Sue and all them going around with your last name, but that's not your purpose. Just because God said be fruitful and multiply, that does not mean this is your whole agenda for living. Your purpose under the sun is to magnify, glorify the God of your salvation. Now what I love about that means I can worship God even if I'm broke. I can worship God even if I got to leave the divorce court. I can worship God if I got some children who just won't do right. Somebody ought to come on board with me. I can worship God in a storm. I can worship God in a blizzard, because my purpose is to glorify Him. I want you to be encouraged today. I want you to know your purpose under the sun is to magnify. So when the S-U-N shine, you remember that you're here to shine the S-O-N.